If you are looking to generate images offline, free, and local with the help of AI, especially with stable diffusion models, then maybe have a look at this project FastSDcpu, which we are going to install locally in this video, and I will be showing you how you can generate images quite quickly. This project is an open source tool for running stable diffusion efficiently on CPU and edge AI PC hardware by combining advanced acceleration techniques. It uses latent consistency models or LCMs, which are distilled variants of latent diffusion models that allow high quality image generation in very few steps. And I already have covered all of these in detail on the channel. So if you're interested, just search on the channel and please like the video and subscribe and consider becoming a member, as that helps a lot. And your beautiful photo would also be displayed on the homepage of the channel. So what exactly is this project doing? This project primarily is using diffusion distillation, where it is compressing the iterative diffusion denoising process into faster model. It also uses OpenVINO, which is Intel's inference optimization framework, to compile and speed up execution. It supports extensions such as LoRa, which is low rank adapter for efficient fine tuning, where a low rank matrices are injected either into self attention layer or into MLP or feed forward layer just to change the behavior of the model. It also is suitable for control net, where we have control modules that guide image generation via extra inputs like edges or depth. So let's get it installed. I'm going to use this Ubuntu system. If you're looking to rent a VM, GPU or CPU on very affordable price, you can find the link to Massed Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for range of GPUs. So this is my Ubuntu system. First up, let's quickly install UV, because this project really works well with UV, which is a very fast, efficient Python package manager. And that is all done. Let me also maybe source it into my profile, as that always helps for the future runs, and that is all done. Next up, we need to git clone the repo of this, and I will drop the link to it in video's description. Let me paste it here, and that should be done any second. That is done. Next up, let's create a virtual environment with UV. That will help us just put everything in one location, and that's always a good idea. Okay, and next one, what we need to do is to run this script from the root of the repo that is going to install everything locally. While it installs, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are iGent, which is the world's first multi-agent workforce desktop application that empowers you to build, manage, and deploy a custom AI workforce that can turn your most complex workflows into automated tasks. And the fast SDCPU installation is done. Let's press any key and everything is now done. Next up, we can simply launch the web UI with the help of this command. You can even use it with CLI or with the desktop. So let's launch this. And now it is running on our local host at port 7860. So let's open it. And FastSDcpu is now running on our local host. Let me make it slightly a bit bigger. So see, you can do text to image to image, lot of stuff you can do with it. Let's start with maybe um, something cool, a fantasy beach scene, and then let's click on generate. Let's wait for it. And by the way, the first time when you run it, it also downloads the model, but you can see they are quite lightweight, the LoRa ones. And it has already generated it on your CPU. There you go. So that is a fantasy beach scene. Maybe you can just say a naughty cat or something like that, whatever you want. And I will just let it run to show you how long does it take. It's very quick. You see, it's all running on CPU. And this is a GPU which I'm using at the moment, and you see there is no memory consumed, and it is running. A laughing zebra is the prompt, and no GPU consumption whatsoever. It's all running on my CPU. Let me also show you my CPU in a minute. And there you go. And the quality is not bad at all. If I even open it in a new browser tab, this is not bad at all. Just very quick, very fast on the CPU. Let me also quickly show you my CPU configuration plus memory. So this is my CPU and my memory, quite a lot, but it's not really, it doesn't really consume much. So this is my uh, memory here. Sorry, my commands are just, this is my free memory. So if I, for example, just use any other one like a rainbow and run it, and then you can see that there's not much happening here. This is my top which is running. So memory and CPU consumption is not that high at all. It spikes, but the doesn't really matters much. There you go. Next up, let's quickly check the image to image. So I'm just going to select an image from my local system. All AI generated images. This is a source image. I'll just say a red lipstick, and hopefully it is going to change the color of lipstick on the image. Let's wait for it. And there you go, it has changed the color of lipstick, maintain most of the things, eyes are closed, but of course we can manage it with some negative prompting and a better prompt too. Maybe we can also play around with these figures. Okay, so you see that not only you can generate text to image to image, maybe you can also do some image variants. I'm just going to uh, you know select any of the image. I'm just selecting them randomly. I'm just generating the image variant here. It is different, using different LoRa's and different configurations behind the scene. This is a variation strength. It has done the variation. You can do upscaling of the image. You can use multiple models for upscaling if you like. So for instance, I have just selected another image from my system, and then if I just simply upscale it, it is going to improve or upscale that image again. It is using some control net and all that stuff. These are the generation settings, as I was mentioned earlier, where you can specify different steps and all that things. The more you do, it is going to consume more resources, but the image quality will be better. And these are some of the models which you can use. As you can see, many of the models like STX, STXL are already there. I think you can also specify flux in some cases. Okay, and then of course you can use gguf quantized versions, but I think it's already quite good enough in that case. So that's it. Let me know what do you think about fast SD CPU. I think pretty impressive if you just want to generate some simple um, acceptable decent quality images, all local free on CPU. Not a bad choice at all. Please like the video and subscribe, and consider becoming a member, as that helps a lot. Thank you for all the support.